Today will be the Wemby Glaze episode.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God, it happened.
He's saving basketball. We've said it so many times before. The NBA world has been divided for years between LeBron and Jordan. That no longer matters. We have somebody to come here and rescue us from first take arguments, barbershop back and forth. Wemby is here to be the undisputed GOAT of NBA history.
Hey, you know what's funny? We've been saying that for the past year. We've been talking about this is the future GOAT. It's like half joking, half embellishing because we know he has the potential, but we're kind of serious that like we've never seen a guy come into the league and be this obviously a legend from day one. I'm sure this is how people felt when they saw LeBron, when they saw MJ. This is our first version of this, right? Of a day one heir apparent. But it's been theory for the past, let's call it calendar year, since he's been like all-star level. It's no longer theory. Prime Wemby is here. In this first game, my overreaction, the Wemby era has begun. This is, to me, after one game, an overreaction, clearly now the point where he is top 4 or 5 player in the world, one of the best players, ready to win now, as good as he'll ever be probably. Like 06 LeBron, where he entered that like prime stage, still got better in some ways, but he was there as that guy. That's what we just saw last night.
Listen, outside of Jokic and Shea, you want to say Wemby's the 3rd best player in the world. You got it.
Yeah.
That is what we saw. What we saw last night. That is obviously like he's gonna have to win some stuff. Whatever. I don't care. Last night was a 2K demigod build come to life in play style, in ability, in build, in everything, in dominance on the court. The fact that like he had that type of game and they won and they dominated. And it wasn't just like, oh, but you still lost to the Mavericks and you're still doing this. That was clearly somebody coming out and showing, yes, I can do me. I can dominate in all these different ways. I can also elevate my team and put us in a position to where now we can start winning games and being a top 6, top 5 seed in the West, which I didn't think that was going to happen. I had them in like 8 or 9 and I put them at 8 because I thought of the Wemby factor. What we saw last night is this team could be outside of the plane and be in the upper echelon of the Western Conference.
Yes, I agree with you for all those things that you said. Going back to our last episode when we made our predictions, I was very much in the same boat as you. I put the San Antonio Spurs as the 8th seed. But initially, I made a last-minute change. You guys don't remember this, but I made a last-minute change on my list. I think I had them initially as like a 9 or a 10th seed. Bumped them up because I'm like, if Wemby genuinely is that guy, then this team, no matter what, is going to make the playoffs. I don't give a fuck what Stephon Castles look like. I don't give a fuck what their center plays looking like. I don't care about generally. So I know, like, if he is generally like one of the 5, one of the 3, like just an all-time status player that we see once every literally 20 years, going back to what you said when it comes to LeBron and MJ, that status, then you're doing things that people of that status do, which is go ahead and drop 40 and 15, have your game look so mature, be so poised and strong, bro. He dropped 40, but he dropped 40 in the most unorthodox way that we tend to see. He only took 2 threes this game.
Yeah. And it's not even unorthodox. It's normal, which is crazy, right? Because he's so unnormal. Normally, he's shooting all these threes.
It's so normal. It's so unnormal. You were thinking it's normal. Yeah, it's not normal.
I just mean like when we seen him had these big games before, it was when he got hot from 3 and he had 50 because he just hit a million jumpers. And it's like people have always had this caveat that like, yeah, he's special. He's doing this stuff, but he's still weak. He's still not exactly dominant in the post. Still has all these areas to go. You guys are glazing him too much. None of that's true anymore. They used him in the way that everyone says they need to be using him because his body is developed. You said he's strong now. That's the headline to me. His body is here. It's developed. His, all the people talking about the Hakeem stuff. He's focusing on the post moves, more refined than ever. All of that came true together at once, I think. Yep. His IQ is clearly better. His footwork is clearly better and skills clearly better. His understanding of his body, his strength and ability to dominate physically without just relying on shooting over people is ready. It's all coming together that this is full package Wemby. Everything we thought about in theory is here.
Yeah, and look, if you could put that clip back up of this highlight, we've never seen this of a guy who is like 7'5", 7'6", get the block, then immediately Stephon Castle was drafted to be a point guard. He gives it back up to the 7'5" dude, who then brings the ball up the floor. I'm gonna go tween cross and come and hit a step back 4-point play. All of those things, like the footwork, like you said, and a lot of times when people talk about footwork, it's in like post game, it's in post moves. To have the footwork and the fluidity to be able to do that and get get back to the 3-point line and know where you're at, that's insane. This specific dunk, where now he's out here just doing reverse dunks, not jumping either on reverse dunks. It's crazy.
And he was playing Anthony Davis and Derek Lively, a team that is gigantic and built to stop interior scores. And he was giving hammer
belt
back shots. He was everywhere. Nobody could stop him. He was truly unstoppable as an interior scorer. He hung around on the inside and took the dump off passes to finish shots. He attacked from a high post angle, creating any shots he wants against any defender. He still shot jumpers, still was shooting over people just fine. The passing field was there. He was hitting guys in transition, hitting guys up cutting. Obviously, the defense, outlandish. People were scared to take jumpers. Klay Thompson hit a fucking layup off the front iron because he was so scared, trying to get it off real fast. Last time I felt this way about a single player taking over and me thinking like, wow, this is a performance I'll never forget, was Victor Wembanyama on Christmas last year. He's just one-upping himself, continuing to get more ridiculous. Anybody who calling you a glazer because you're saying Wemby is that guy, you've been saying it for a couple of years, anybody you see in YouTube comments, you see on Twitter, saying you guys are glazing too much, hit them with a car. They're not glazing enough. They need to glaze more.
Yeah, brother. Like my main overreaction is like, yeah, he is one of the like we throw the word around, especially me throw the word around, and whenever time I throw it around, you're like, just like grimacing your face, generational. He embodies that terminology, that word to a T. It's him, MJ, LeBron, and then of course you can sprinkle in other guys like Curry, of course, and all that. But the innate, unique abilities when it comes to the footwork, the athleticism, the length. There's only like a handful of guys, really 2 guys in the history of the league who embodies into that at the highest degree of every level of the game offensively, but being able to do it defensively well is ridiculous. And the other guy that I'm referencing to outside of Wemby is Kevin Durant. And he doesn't have the defensive mastermind length or agility or just awareness or just keen ability to give a fuck when it comes to position to possession. So generational. He is generational. He is going to be the best player probably for the rest of this decade. That's my overreaction.
There we go. And what's nice is it wasn't just a game that he went crazy, right? It directly correlated to amazing performance from his team. Yes. In this game, his team had a 125.3 offensive rating. They were moving. And this roster is better. You know, Stephon Castle looks good this year. They have Cornette, who's another good big there. They can run 2 big lineups with Wemby out there. That's a nice look. They have Harrison Barnes. They have Vassell. They have like professionals that are good, solid enough play finishers, right? But it's not a super talented roster without De'Aaron Fox there. You know, Dylan Harper's still young. All these guys are still young and not amazing two-way players. The looks they were generating because of Victor Wembanyama's force and his ability to create plays and keep pushing in transition with defensive stops, the gravity he was drawing in as a scorer, they were so good at utilizing that. And I don't know if it's a Mitch Johnson thing in his first full year as a head coach. I got to think more about it and watch more of it. But it felt like they did a way better job utilizing him and his gravity to make people better.
Yeah, we'll see what happens going forward. Because like the other part of it is you're playing the Dallas Mavericks, who don't have a point guard and we're starting their first overall pick, Cooper Flag, who has like some playmaking and ball handling abilities. He's not a point guard though, right? Like everybody talks about his playmaking as in terms of like a tool in his bag, but not like his main strength. So you're going up against that team, but that was supposed to be a Mavericks team that was going to rely on their defense for the season and to go up against AD, to go up against Derek Lively. And we're looking at the Mavericks and putting them in the playing conversation because we know that their defense is going to be elite. And it's like, oh, it's going to be so hard to score on them. And Wemby's like, bro, y'all stupid. Like, it was actually quite easy, right?
They shot 75% at the rim against a team with Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, and Cooper Flag. Like, it's a big-ass team.
And I'll tell you, this is the biggest team that they will ever face for the rest of the year.
And look what Dallas shot at the rim with those guys I just named. 28% as a team. 0th percentile through one night. That means it's the worst of any team in any individual game so far. 28% at the rim is absurd. That is like, I've never seen that for a fucking game for an entire team. Now, part of that is we'll get into their shot creation issues, the fact that they did this Cooper Flag at point guard thing. Offense was bad in their own right. It wasn't just Wemby. But I bet the offense would look better if Wemby wasn't out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, honestly, when it comes to talking about the gravity of Wemby, his gravity really pertains to both sides of the fucking court. And that's what elevates every single player on his team to another degree and makes their job way harder, way easier, because you got this fucking monster demigod dude just doing whatever the fuck he feels like with the craziest ease and touch ever. You know, like, of course, he is the poster boy of this conversation. He is like very much the next guy to come into his zone. He's gonna fucking win. He genuinely has potential to win MVP, DPOI, fuck hell, like say MIP2, all in one year. Like, that's how big this overreaction is. And I don't even think what I'm saying is legitimately that crazy. Like, if he averages 33 points and he carries the Spurs to, let's say, the 4th seed or something like that, how hard is it gonna be to not make an MVP case for him?
No, this feels like, again, 3-1 game, overreacting on purpose. It feels like a 2019 Giannis type of year where he jumps into MVP caliber and he goes from being really good and we're like, oh, it's coming, to, oh no, we didn't expect this team to be good so far. I mean, this quickly, they're here. It's because of him. He's clearly in that tier right away.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes overnight. Sometimes you know it might be coming, but don't know when. And then one day, it's all over you.
So happy.
Look at the shot chart. 71% from the field, 15 for 21. 1 shot outside the 3-point line. What the hell? Dude. What the fuck are you laughing about?
You said...
I don't know what that means.
You know what that means. Oh, man. But yeah, it's all over you. Continue.
Yeah, utter ridiculous domination. It feels like we're witnessing the birth of a legend in one night. Because, he's had great games before. This isn't new. This felt different. It truly felt different.
You also know what I thought I witnessed too, or felt for the first official time. I'm witnessing the birth of a fucking future all-star in Dylan Harper too. The game just looks so incredibly easy for him out there. The way he's able to just carve and knife and not waste too much movement or foot speed when it comes to his ability to stop and go and just get to the rim and be all types of crafty and pull out the like craziest angles when it comes to finishing out the rim. Like, he is so absurdly talented, and I find it very, very hard to feel like he won't be, I won't say starting at the end of the year, but when it comes to level of importance, he's going to be one of the 3 most important players for this Spurs team this year.